Welcome to the Vexxed Uncensored podcast hosted by me, Saint, and Mo Vader. You'll be listening to us dive into taboo topics, celebrity news, discussing what's got us so vexed this week. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts. Now let's get into the show.
Vexxed Uncensored presents Saint Remastered. The album features 11 Dolby restored tracks, written from 2011 to 2021 by Saint. It boasts an R&B pop sound with multi-octave vocals. Listen everywhere now. So, how would you say the day's been? How would you say things are going for you right now?
Right now? Not bad. I'm awake now.
We love to hear that. We love to hear
Something, man.
Something's got to give. Shit. I mean, yeah. So.
Oh, you got the squeaky chair. You might have to change chairs. That's why I was glad that I changed my chair last time, like 10 minutes in.
Okay, listeners, I've got the squeaky chair, so you're going to hear a bit of ASMR whilst I'm rough and tumbling around to swap chairs. I'm just swapping around.
You alright?
Leave it over there, innit?
Yeah. As soon as it's out of the shot, we're alright.
God, this chair's horrible.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
God, the camera really does add £20.
Oh, that's about £100.
Who's that fat bastard?
Who ate all the pies? Me.
Mel B.
Yeah,
okay.
The lighting is very bright, but bear with us. It will do.
Dear God, you're really
bright and light.
You're really looking white skinned.
I know. Because the stupid yellow lights on the walls actually brighten me up bad. And you look purple. This actually made you look pink. What?
It's camera tricks.
I know.
Don't be deceived by your eyes. The show must go on. And oh shit, we didn't do it.
What?
Welcome back to Vexxed Uncensored.
Welcome back.
With me, Mo Vader.
And me, Saint.
And we're going to dive into the hot topics because, frankly, if you bastard... Sorry, that is highly offensive. I shouldn't call people bastards. If you cunts haven't adjusted, you know how the show goes. So, lovely. First topic. Nick Cannon, interviewed, forgets the name of his child. Oh, bless him. It's bound to happen.
Has it got 32 now?
32.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck it hell.
So at least 12 or 13, for sure.
Yeah, it's 12 or 13, but can you blame him?
I mean, it's just that it seems to be an odd decision to just go and have like multiple, Sproggins, a good, getting into the teens and stuff. Yeah. He was reciting the names, I think, in interview, and he was just literally forgot like one or two of them. Probably just because they were born 5 minutes ago, do you know what I mean? But, yeah.
As you do.
I don't know what his end game is. Maybe just to have like 20 kids looking after you when you're old, probably.
Well, with the lupus, I don't think he's planning to get old.
Oh, someone was saying that he allegedly was going to like have all these kids to get organs when he's... someone really said this as well. To get organs for if his fail at some point in his middle age because he's got lupus and all this, that he's got like 13 kids who could like feel bad and donate a kidney.
Well...
I'm not saying that that's the case, but that's what's been said.
unless there's a scrap of paper or there's a video clip somewhere of him saying, I'm going to have all these kids, they're my backup.
I mean, it's a nice coincidence.
True. But then it would be unfair to ask for a heart. I mean, it'll be a bit, a liver or kidney, because, you can, I might be wrong here, but with livers, I think you can take half of someone else's liver and it might grasp onto yours in transfusion. Kidneys, you got two, you can, bladder, nah, mate.
Nah, anything you got one of, it's not going nowhere unless you've croaked it and they're, harvesting them from your dead body and either selling them on the market, or, giving it to someone. Like, I'm all right with someone being conscious and alive and saying, like, do you know what? I've got 2 kidneys, here's one.
Yeah.
Stranger, if you know him, if they're a stranger or whatever, I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with the organ harvesting of dead people and stuff. I don't think that's right. I don't care about no donor card and nothing like that. I guess if they've said explicitly you can do that, that's fine. That's their business. But like, don't touch me or my organs when I'm dead. That's all I've got to say.
Well, you know, a conspiracy is that whether you're a organ donor or not,
they take them anyway.
They take everything anyways.
I need people to check.
So
count them out. Count me liver, me kidneys, and
that's fucking morbid though.
It's horrible.
Your body is under controlled circumstances from the moment that you die. Yeah. Well, from the moment that you're collected to the moment that you're buried.
Yeah, you're on a butcher's block. Like,
yeah, meaning at no point can your family say, you know what, I'm going to undo this stitch, have a look in there, and then it's like Stranger Things. You know when they made the fake body of the kid that had no belly button?
Oh, yeah.
Well, for those of you that watch Stranger Things, you'll get what I mean with that small little reference there.
Yeah, see, I've seen the whole all of them.
But we've once again, in true fashion, we've gone off on a tangent. If I had 12, do you know what? If I had more than five children, I wouldn't remember the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th of them.
No, I can barely remember my own name half the time.
Right. I'm struggling to remember the ages of my children.
Of your kids. Yeah. That as well. Ages is so difficult. Birthdays and, I mean, you know, you just...
I remember the birthdays, just...
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. I remember the birthdays. That I won't forget. Forget it. But yeah, on to the next.
So, we've got Black China.
Oh yeah, I always like the videos that get uploaded to X Hamster, X Videos.
Well, I think she's deleted her OnlyFans now, so...
I would have loved to have known and seen if she's actually posting porn on her OnlyFans or
most
if
likely.
It's just, follow me around, look, I'm buying a Gucci belt.
She's showing something. She was making a lot of money. I heard a lot of money, so yeah.
I wonder what's triggered her deleting her OnlyFans.
Jesus. According to her.
Oh!
Yeah. So the next topic is her regaining her original face, or trying to roll back the cosmetic work, and also saying that she's got new faith, and she's on like a bit of a tour of like, I'm Angela White now.
Well, she better
not Black China.
She better not turn Judas when the money gets tight, because the funding and the contracts.
Because God will come test you, you know.
Oh yeah,
just to make sure you got the right mentality and character.
Gonna G-check that hoe right quick.
But yeah, she says she loves Jesus, and she's got baptized. She got baptized like last year, but you know when the Kardashians and her were going to court.
Yeah, she
got baptized. I was like, okay, PR. Do you know what I mean? You're up against Kardashians, trying to play them off as evil, so you get baptized, and you know, I don't trust Hollywood, so that was just my vibe. Year later, like, I can't say I follow her or anything, but she's doing whatever she's doing, and she says her inspiration is Christ, and she's had all her fillers removed, dissolved, and stuff like that. Obviously anything permanent she's had done, you can't roll back, but
you can't take back that ass.
She looks fine. Like, she looks a lot better without, in my opinion, not that anyone cares or it's like my business to say, but she looks good like without them. Her face looks slimmer, she looks younger, and I think she started a trend, funny enough, because women are starting to remove their fillers and stuff.
I was gonna say some shit that's highly sexist. Hey, put them back in.
Oh,
bitch, put them back in. Ugh.
Oh no.
Goodness me, God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she's wearing and stuff in this photo, but like...
No, what she's wearing isn't even... That's not my
She's going more conservative. I mean, she's standing there just like a country music star. I mean, like, this is what I mean. It feels a bit PR-wise, but I guess if you've got something going on in your life, your PR team's job is to spin that into something commercial, spin that into something that works, that you could talk about. I mean, she's been on Forbes and all these, like, places that she most likely wouldn't have been on as Black China within OnlyFans, but she says she shut it down because her kids are getting older, and she's just, you know, she's come to Christ in her
bitch
own,
please,
you know,
just because your kids are getting older doesn't mean that Mr. Movader can't find some clip.
I mean, you've got a good old archive now. She's been doing it for a couple of years.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Me, I take research very seriously, and anyone that knows.
Yeah,
research, if it's out there, I've got it.
Research matters.
It does. It does. I was looking over my database, and I've got about 4 terabytes of research matter. Yep. It's a problem. I should probably get myself checked in, but research matters, bro. Research matters.
Just check in with the Lord every now and then. Don't get lost now, but you're good.
I mean,
trying to get rid of it.
Frankly, I've genuinely got a real life problem. Like all of my problems, I take them in light and I laugh my way through them, because if you don't laugh, you're gonna cry. And
that's true.
To me, hydration is very important.
Okay,
so I don't cry.
To retain,
I do not cry.
The moisture.
No, I do not cry. Right, I'm not gonna waffle, because to tell you the truth, at this point, that shit up there is kicking in, mate. Like,
yeah, which is nice. I mean,
I'm feeling like
a little bit of, aperitif.
It's going to be one of those incoherent shows
liquid
where
aperitifs.
The listeners are going to be like,
slurring by the end of the show.
What'd you fucking say, man? You fucking junior, man. Yeah. Okay. There's the old smoker's cough showing its ugly face. Ben Affleck says J-Lo is the greatest performer in the history of the world. Well, if she's riding and sucking on that dick, you're gonna say that, ain't ya? Just remember, you divorced the bitch.
Listen, I don't even know where the fuck that statement, who or what inspired that type of statement.
The pussy.
I wasn't ready for that kind of statement. I feel a little bit taken aback that kind of statement was uttered without trigger warnings. First of all, people are saying that this man is like trapped. Yeah. There was that video at the Grammys actually of her like cussing him.
Really?
Saying like, sit up straight.
Sit up, motherfucker.
Lip readers.
Yeah.
So she's like, sit up straight and look happy and shit. And then like Trevor Nelson or whatever. Trevor Noah.
Oh, Trevor Noah, okay.
Sorry, I like Trevor Nelson.
What's Trevor Nelson doing that?
He's probably
Trevor Nelson, the one from Quality
BBC. He's probably like doing these legendary radio type shit, DJ Sweeney type shit, like.
Big up Trevor Nelson.
Yes, big up Trevor Nelson. But Trevor Noah was there at the Grammys and like, and then he walked up and was playing joke and they were like, like something fake and yeah. But he said that J-Lo is the greatest performer in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Straight up delusional. Obviously, she's made him say that because she's got an ego on her. We all like know that she, in her mind, genuinely believes she can really, really, really sing. Like, I mean, she thinks she's amazing. Like, she thinks she's Mariah Carey. She does. She does. She genuinely does. She thinks she's Beyonce. Like, yeah, it gives PR stunt type relationship. Like, let's get married again, Benefar. Like, what was that song they did? What's the one with him in the video? Do you remember there was the whole thing and like paparazziing her and him in the video?
No, I missed that episode.
In early 2000s.
So Ben Affleck and J-Lo I'm terrible at typing with my left hand.
Same.
And J-Lo. Jenny from the Block.
That's the one.
Jenny from the Block.
Yeah.
See, that went completely over my head. I remember the song. I remember the video. But I don't remember Ben Affleck being in there.
All in it.
I just remember J-Lo in a little brown hat.
Nope. He's the man. He's the, So they're like, this is old school Hollywood type shit that they're doing right now. Be together for 1-2 years, a commitment, business relationship.
She take a ride on the long hood. Yeah, she take the pain.
We'll sit him Udlang. Nobody. Yeah. Well,
okay.
You never know.
You know what, yeah? Unpopular opinion. I was there in the early 2000s where there was 2 opinions that I did not agree with whatsoever. You know the opinion and the kind of statement of, oh, I want a booty like J-Lo's, I want a booty like Beyonce's back then. Neither one of them had booty like that.
No, not like that. It was like in the middle.
It wasn't even in the middle.
It was like in the middle. It wasn't like, super, super duper shit. It was like, it was big enough for people to want it, but small enough to get into the dresses and to be on Vogue. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But not big enough to the point where you're splitting the shit out and it looks ghetto, is what they would put it as. The white, back then. It was ghetto if you had your ass was too big.
I like ghetto booties. I like big wobblers. I like the ones where when you spread the cheeks, you can see the dark tint.
Not the crack, the dark.
The dark tint.
The dark the Trail of Doom. Good luck to him if he thinks that, but you're delusional, Ben Affleck.
To tell you the truth, you see, wherever you're busting your regular nut, you're going to believe whatever you're spoon-fed.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Okay. Next topic. AI music copycats.
Yeah, they're good, innit?
They're very good.
Some of them are too good.
Too good to be true. But this is what Terminator was warning us about. This is what Sarah Connors was having a wobbler about, saying they're fucking gonna kill us.
Fucking come in.
They're taking over Skynet.
Yeah, I mean, what's by this now is Drake. Sorry, let's start again. So a guy called Ghostwriter.
Yeah.
He's done an AI program to make Drake sing a song he wrote. So this guy has written a song and he's got Drake's voice on the AI to sing it. Obviously, this shit's very, very good. Like, it sounds just like the artist, as far as I can tell. Not perfect, but what is. And the song's called Heart on Your Sleeve, and he put it out on platforms.
Oh, naughty.
So everyone's like, hold on a minute, is this Drake? Like, a new song? No, not Drake. Drake don't know nothing about this shit. Not even, you know what I mean? So the AI is basically going through databases and taking out bits of songs, piecing them together to make, in real time, to hit the notes and to the melodies of whatever you're asking it to do.
Yeah.
So so there's this thing now about what do we do about this music industry? How can we monetize this? How can we stop people from getting Mariah Carey to sing Janet Jackson songs on YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to get around this shit, and I'm just like, here we go.
They'll find a way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, frankly, in the Western world, in the developed democracies of the West, there is always a way of ensuring that your profits and your intellectual properties are safeguarded.
I mean, I have a suggestion. I think that these certain AI programs should issue licenses, literally artistic licenses. And you can only model it after your own voice. So if I want to, as a songwriter, say I'm doing a demo, I am not even recording a full song. I've written it, I've got melody, I've got all of that shit, but I'm busy. Just say I can't get into the studio to record this demo.
Yeah.
If I can get the AI to sing the shit for me, so I have like 5 songs I've written, say, in a week, and then I get the AI to sing out the songs vocally for the demo, that saves me time, that saves me money. I have to re-record it anyway. I have to re-record the vocals anyway. I have to rewrite it anyway. You know what I mean? It's good to hear a reference, especially in your own voice, to be like, here, X, Y, and Z. So you could go in the studio and just do it. So I feel like it should be an artist tool that they should market towards artists, and it should be something like that. And each voice, like, it's a stamp of verification. This is Saints, this is Drake's, this is La. Do you know what I mean? Then you can market it out.
I get it. I do. Devil's advocate here, though. I don't think call me a conspiracy theorist, but I don't think with the technological revolution that we are experiencing and continue to experience, I don't think that music should pander to the old system and the old ways. I think it should revert back to the Wild West.
Yeah.
Just like China, where there's no copyright laws. What works. There's some songwriters out there that can make better use of Drake's voice than Drake's current ghostwriters and his current, his current setup.
For sure.
So if an artist's voice is hijacked to produce and make a piece of art, I say go ahead. I
mean, let's share a little behind the scenes. So basically, when we had that episode where one of us could make it, and it was AI.
Yeah.
So that was scripted. That show was scripted, guys. It wasn't like them just talking on their own. It's scripted, but neither one of us was here. It's not like voice disguising. It is literally AI speaking. So the original idea was to clone our voices and to have that fill in for us that week because we have the access. Like we could have done that shit, but I was like, no. The whole point of the podcast idea is real voice, real ideas, real brain, real person. You're Mo Vader, I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like to have an AI duplicate of our voices seemed a bit pointless.
Yeah,
and a bit of a scam because if it was possible, then we could have been like. Do this every week. Well, no, like that's not the point of the fucking podcast, is it? So we did have like, you know, a fictional character step in and actually host the show for a week.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's already there for podcasts.
Absolutely.
I didn't clone our voices, but we can. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. So it's out there. But the same thing happened when music went from analog to digital. It was like people were like, "What do we do?"
I want to know what my
LimeWire and
like
Napstar and.
I want to know what my.
Oh, you want to know? I mean,
like.
we'll do it. We'll do it then, and then we'll present it, or like you'll find out. I don't even know what I sound like.
I want the clone voice to say the wildest shit.
Yeah,
like the wildest.
Yeah, it'll be like that. Won't even me, bitch.
I'll be like, I got hacked.
Yeah, but it's the future of like screenwriting. These tools should help us really make lives easier. That's all I think. AI shouldn't replace us. It can't. Okay, next topic is Coolio's death has been revealed.
Oh,
unnatural.
No. It was unnatural.
Fentanyl overdose.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Yeah, and I just had a feeling he weren't meant to go yet. I just had a feeling. I was like, no, he's too young, and he was getting ready to do an out. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
All right, without diving into conspiracies and without, too many implications, is this a way of saying the OG was on heroin and he got a bad package or what? Because usually exposure to fentanyl is unfortunately goes hand in hand with heroin use. Yeah,
I mean a lot of things go hand in hand, but. See, I don't even like speculating because do you know what? It's because it's Coolio. I think that's why I'm not speculating. I'm just a bit like, okay, fentanyl, whatever. I could have just been on that. I mean,
no, you can't. Okay,
but that's what I mean. It's not a recreational drug. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't really know why he could be taking that. Do you know what I mean? We don't know why.
But fentanyl can't. Let me not say fentanyl can't be prescribed, but more often than not, fentanyl. It's like a subscription. It's a prescription drug. Pain relief. It's synthetic opioid.
But I know what it is. But it's like maybe someone who used to be on that shit can still take fentanyl, and they have an association. Like when you drink coffee and you smoke cigarettes, give up the coffee, you still want to smoke a cigarette. You give up the cigarette, you still want to have a coffee. It's like a joint thing. So sometimes it helps when you quit one thing to have its associate there, a less lethal associate there to lean on. And I just feel like he might have been cutting up some fentanyl and sniffing that shit for pain relief. I mean, to get through the day.
Yeah. Fentanyl is more potent than heroin.
Exactly. This is Coolio. This ain't like no motherfucking like. Who's the Coolio?
Oh man, I've got these back-to-back one-liners that are just running through my head right now.
Lord, help me.
He's in Gangster's Paradise.
He is. That much is true. That much is true.
Hit the blue pill. A lot of fentanyl actually comes from China. A lot of illegal fentanyl comes from China.
Shit comes from China because they're just. Yes, they will sell anything to anyone. Sorry.
I feel so sorry
to the
for
Asian
your mother.
communities.
The Asian community.
We love you.
I love you.
Yes. And I'm not one of you guys, but I get mistaken for one of you guys all the time. So, in spirit, guys.
In spirit. Right, there's two topics left.
Okay, let's
divvy it up.
Yeah,
Shall I go first on this one?
Go on.
Okay. I'm looking at the timer and it's looking like it's going to be a short and funny, precise episode, but I'll do my best.
The recent ones have kind of been short, but that's all right.
They have been, aren't they? The listeners aren't giving us proper feedback. I've got to.
No, I think because we're so rude of a podcast, people are not sure what side of the fence. Do you know what I mean? Like we're out and bold in the sense of how we feel about stuff, but not everyone else is.
Dear listeners, although I love you and I need you, fuck you and your crew. So this last topic that I got in my hand there, you say that Cash App founds Bob Lee stabbed to death
I think
43 years old. Wait, Bob Lee. As in...
You're like, Bob Lee?
No, not Bob Lee.
Who the fuck is Bob Lee?
Not Bob Lee. Hang on. Let me make sure that I'm not thinking of the same person. Because if I am...
He's probably thinking I got Guan or something. Bob
man.
Lee?
Bob fucking Lee. Not
like
Bob Lee
he used to
Swagger.
sell umbrellas,
Is it Bob Lee Swagger?
Let me see his face.
Suspect Nima.
Yeah, that's him.
Suspect Nima Momeni held over Cash App founder's death.
So the founder of Cash App, guys, was stabbed to death. He got stabbed to death at 2 a.m. I think in Miami. He was on a little vacation and coincidentally, he got stabbed to death. But he's like 43 years old, founder of Cash App, which is a big, massive successful, money transfer system.
Trust me, he's hit the hip hop community well. Cash App me that pussy.
Yeah, I mean, getting, put in one rap song and you got the black community like that. I feel like anyone that rich, that secure, all of that gets stabbed at 2 a.m. in the middle of who knows where, that's a hit.
Yeah.
So,
it's a sloppy and cheap hit,
very
though.
sloppy and cheap. But that's how you do it. Because if you're high and powerful, you don't do it too clean and too precise. You do it sloppy, like it's some any old tramp in the street stumbled past you and fucked you up and it's an accident. Because then the police can say that. If it's too clean and too... Then they'll look upwards, wouldn't they? They wouldn't really be looking around under bridges and shit. Conspiracy. That's what I think anyway.
Bob Lee.
Bob Lee. And he's a white guy. He's not a Chinese or Korean guy.
Am I thinking that is... Oh,
I'm just
wow.
saying.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I mean, Bob Lee. Sounds like an Asian person.
Oh, fucking wow.
So
Bob Lee
fucking
could be
racist.
Robert. That could be Robert Lee.
He could still be Asian. Asian Roberts, put your hand up. Drop a one in the chat.
Oh, no. I tell you, that's my keys dropping out.
His keys running away out of his pocket.
That's you know what that is. That's that.
Yeah.
Whatever's in there, it's got me dropping keys and all sorts.
mate.
So I don't know whether to take the continue the shit show in the direction it's going, or try and make some sense of this. But the Bob Lee that I had mistaken it to be is the Bob Lee from the Netflix series Sniper.
Oh, I don't know.
Which is, Bob Lee's like the best fucking sniper out there.
Okay.
Give him a sniper, he's getting
Is
the
he
job
Asian?
done. Unfortunately, he's not.
Okay,
he's not.
true to life.
Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
With blonde highlight tips.
Got you.
Looking
Justin
like...
Timberlake styley.
You don't have to say what you did. I already know. I found out from him. You see that? Him. Do you know what? We're actually gonna have to make sure that we don't do any of that. Whatever's in that white cup, we don't do that during shows because it becomes a shit show.
Right. Well, Bob Lee's young and powerful, and I'm sure someone's very happy that he's dead. So,
just clarify this. Oh, okay, Bob Lee is the guy that was stabbed.
Yep.
So Bob Lee is the guy that was stabbed to death. He's a software engineer who helped create Cash App. He was the chief technology officer of Square and the chief product officer of Mobile Coin. On April the 4th, 2023, Lee was fatally stabbed in his Rincon Hill neighborhood of San Francisco.
There you go.
So he got stabbed. Oh, shit.
Probably walking his dog or some shit at 2 a.m.
Oh, shit. They're bringing the whole London experience to San Francisco.
San Fran.
Well, enjoy, Americans.
Enjoy.
Chefings are happening over there now.
Sad, mate.
That's actually terrible, poor taste.
Well, I'm sure someone's getting that money, so...
So you know what? Let's, in true Vexxed Uncensored fashion, our condolences go out to the friend and families of Bob Lee. And whether Nima Momeni is guilty or not guilty, we pass no judgment.
Oh, by the way, when you're paid to kill someone, you're also paid to do the time, if caught. So just being clear.
This is true. This is absolutely true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I'm just relaying a message from a friend.
Not just off your own accord. I mean, there are consequences. I mean, it depends who's paid you. Anyway, let's move on before I get in trouble.
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble, mate.
So we've got Donda. Last topic. Donda School.
Yeah.
Sued.
Is it because they were only serving sushi? Or was that? That's not part of. I saw an article that said, at the Donda Academy, all they ever served was sushi, and students had, once it had closed down, you know how people are, you know how human nature is. After the fact, people paid however much they paid to go there and to attend and to hopefully get close to Kanye and whatever legacy Kanye has tried to implement through the Donda Academy.
Right.
But they were only serving sushi, which is a cold dish, and educational institutions have a responsibility and a duty to provide hot
nutritional
meals.
You know what I mean? So here's what BuzzFeed says. They say 2 former teachers at Kanye West Donda Academy are suing the school, alleged labour violations, in addition to restrictive, unusual school rules for teachers and students. Among other allegations, the lawsuit claims the kids were only allowed to eat sushi, as Movada says. Right. The school had no janitorial services.
Oh, shit.
And West wouldn't allow the teachers or students to wear any jewellery. Okay, well, that's quite normal. You're not meant to wear jewellery in school, but anyway. The teachers always alleged the school did not meet Department of Education requirements or follow state regulations, and teachers were not required to have basic life support certification or mandatory reporting training. I mean, where is this? LA? So I'm not surprised, really. So the lawsuit was filed by 3rd grade teacher Cecilia Haley and then 5th grade teacher, before I butcher her name, Chakari Byers. They both worked at Donda from January, March.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Say that name again?
Chakari
Byers.
Byers.
Oh, that sounds so similar to Gakira Barnes. I don't know if you know this, but in the epic YouTube sensation that is The War in Chirac, Gakira Barnes is a female assassin from Chicago, but never mind. Please continue.
So the Donda Academy's principal, Moira Love, interesting name.
Moira.
Sounds like an X-Men character, but she called 2 of them, the teachers, aggressive. Coincidentally, Haley and Byers were the only 2 black teachers at the school. Oh Lord, Kanye, what are you doing? I'm just tired of the rhetoric, being black who are often and constantly seen as aggressive, says Haley in a press release. Put your hands up in the chat if you can relate to that. So they're asking for money because they were underpaid allegedly. They said he's bad at running the school, bad at running his life, both personal and professional, enabling an unsafe and illegal school environment. I mean, I'm going into this now because this is children. Let's remember, this is children. He convinced, 82 students when I last saw, which was about a year ago, to go to the school. And they wear all black for a uniform. If you look at inside the school, it's like an old, I'd say 70s, 80s period school he's bought and slightly brought up to standard. It's very inside of Kim and Kanye's house type styling. It's all blank and there's nothing on the walls. There's everything's grey. There's no forks allowed.
So you have to...
It's very cult-like. Cult, ish.
You'll have to forgive my ignorance. I was under the...
Oh, sorry, there's also no chairs.
So what the fuck do they sit on?
Foam cushions. Well, teachers had to stand or use a stool.
Fuck the teachers.
They had to eat all students had to eat their lunch on the floors.
What, like sitting like Buddha?
Just on the floor.
Oh my God. Imagine standing up like this and going, let me get one dip it.
No, just one straight up and over. No, thank you. But these teachers say, they say it was honour and privilege to get the job at Donda Academy. They're huge Kanye West fans, and one of them said his first album was the first album she ever owned. It's not like they hate him. They're just saying it was pure chaos. It was like a mental health hospital.
That is a mental health hospital.
That's what she said. She said it was like a mental health hospital being run by the patients.
You cannot say or make that reference without having experience working in a mental health hospital.
I've worked some places that felt very much like, this is like everyone's just drinking the Kool-Aid. And, you know what I mean? The ones at the top are just fucking nuts. You know, I've been there many times.
Let me just say, not only for entertainment's sake.
Yeah.
Let me look up here and...
Ooh.
Right. If you have ever had any experience working in a mental health hospital, you may or may not have witnessed a fully grown adult person take a Olympic stance to get a run up at running and smashing their face straight into a wall. You may have witnessed people speaking and conversing with, whether you want to call them demons or the voices in their heads and so forth. You would have witnessed that. To make that comparison to Donda Academy, and excuse my ignorance, because I genuinely thought that Donda Academy was like a university. It wasn't. It didn't involve any children. It didn't involve anything like that. But
it's like what do they call it? They key is like 1
it's like
to
a free
4.
school.
It's like a elementary school, not even middle school. It's an elementary school.
Okay, so I'm assuming there was no Muslim students, or is it?
We don't know. We don't know this
Because if they're only serving sushi,
they
fair enough. Fish? They can eat fish. It's really technical. Halal.
I mean, sushi is just not fucking like, what is he doing? It's just like, let's be real. Let's be real.
But
As if
LA.
you were going there or your kids were going there, I will pull the motherfucker up. The fuck you just talking about? They're eating sushi on the floor, bitch.
It's LA.
What are you teaching them about? What the fuck are you teaching them even? And I've seen videos from like a year ago of them doing these chants and these weird shit. Like, what's with the weird shit? He said he was going to start a school to have the learning be about engineering and all these kind of ground force situations to let black people out into, industries and, be successful and all of this shit. And he's like got the kids in like all black, chanting, got them on the floor eating like strict pescatarian diets with like no potatoes and no rice and no nothing. You know what I mean? You got the teachers just like comparing it to a mental health hospital. That's not right. And like these school systems are twisted.
I'm going to need a bit more evidence.
Because I feel like in America, you can start a charter school today and have it out open tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? As long as it's private, as long as the parents are paying for the kids to be there. And by the way, I think per term, they're paying like 30 grand per term for the kids to be at Kanye School. To basically be like in just some fucking... Oh, and by the way, none of the there was no qualifications issued by Donda. There are no qualifications issued by Donda. There are no state or like legislative like acknowledgements of what he teaches and whether they walk out with diplomas or certificates. There's none of that. It's imaginary. Real talk. And I remember reading these reports a while ago. So
it's an overpriced daycare center.
It's a cult. Money cult.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot. I don't blame him.
Don't blame him. And he was like, I want to send Northwest to Dan. Kim won't take Northwest out of like the school she went to in like, Calabasas and shit, because she said all her friends are teachers there. So why the fuck would she send her anywhere else?
It makes sense.
If she can go, oi, bitch, what was my kid doing today? She's like, well, there was a little bit of a fight in the playground today, and at lunchtime, like that's how it should be.
She took a running start.
Yeah, she did think she was Ice Spice today, and she's.
I'm on Kanye's side on that topic, that Ice Spice topic, and all of that stuff. I am on his side.
Please, less sexualization of children. Don't give a fuck, male, female, like less sexualization of children. That's it, Kim. What you letting your daughter like imitate a hoe? I'm sorry, her music's about being a hoe. Her persona's about being a hoe.
No. What we're not gonna do.
And I'm old school, so hoe means hoe.
What we're not gonna do.
It means free with the puss or the bus, whatever you got going for yourself.
What we're not gonna do is overlook the fact that Kim is a hoe. Respectfully, with the very least amount of disrespect to Kanye West, because I know this is a man that can be offended easily.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Your ex-wife, your baby mama, she's a hoe.
Yeah.
And what happens when you have children with hoes?
I don't know. I've never had children with a hoe.
I'm not gonna. I will not. I refuse to finish that statement, that comment.
Good. Well, on that note, we're gonna get Mo Vader out of this hot pot of water, and we're going to head to an ad break. So we'll be right back, guys.
Here at Vexxed Uncensored, we like to strive to be our best selves, whatever that means for us. So we couldn't be happier to partner up with the medical tourism company Pure Ada. They provide a variety of healthcare services, from everything including dental work to IVF treatments. Even more, cosmetic procedures such as liposuction, facelift, and rhinoplasty. all taken care of in the best clinics and hospitals Turkey has to offer. They have many insurance options. To find out the best fit for you and to find out more, contact us on social media or head over to pureada.co.
Have you ever wanted your own podcast, solo or with your co-host? Follow us on Instagram at Vexxed Art Brands and send us a message. We look forward to discussing your amazing ideas. You never know what could happen.
So welcome back. Fuck.
Not welcome back.
To Vexxed Uncensored with me, Mo Vader.
Me Saint.
And for the 10th millionth time, it's not the 10th millionth time, but we've introduced this as scandalous, raucous, sensational, inspirational, dramatic, chaotic. All of the I'm gonna get this wrong, but all of the expletive verbs in the dictionary. This is the part of the show where we express our vexed segment. That is the things that have vexed us throughout this week, or just generally that we can recall from the databases. And would you like a bevy in there? Is that what you're
Sorry, I was looking into my cup like, where you gone?
How's the bastard empty?
Where's it fucking gone?
Sorry, that's highly offensive. How's the cunt empty?
I know, yeah. Getting that guy's ASMR. I'm going to fill up
whichever
my beverage. It's not a red cup, but
I still got that. Oh no. If you want, that one's open. Don't open the other one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not yet. I think that's the dinner. That's
Double
the dinner,
fist in it.
That's the dinner cork. That is. Yes. So.
Yeah, Vex segment.
So, as what's done you in this week?
What's done me this week? Since the hot topics were quite clean this week. I'm gonna take the opportunity to come for someone.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity. Someone who's considered a legend among legends. Considered a spiritual world leader.
Spiritual who? Is that the Dalai Lama?
Yes.
Oh shit, is it?
Yes.
I guessed it. Bitch, you guessed it.
Yes, the Dalai Lama.
What's happened?
So there was a conference, and at one of these conferences he was seen at the mic, and there was a boy that came up, and he was like, kids love the Dalai Lama where they're from because he's like the Avatar.
Right.
It was based on him. So
yeah,
his his predecessors.
Yeah,
so he was being what you would associate as maybe kind actions towards the child. How are you? Sit on my lap, blah, blah, blah. Things that you would think would be innocent.
Not the lap.
So here's the part that took everyone by surprise. And I will say, this will sound strange because he was so lax, and anything the Dalai Lama is at is highly, highly publicized.
Yeah.
So okay, so where they're from, right, there is a thing where you stick out your tongue.
Oh, damn.
And it's a sign of respect in Tibetan,
Yeah.
This was not that, though. Because I know there's some people, and this is why I'm starting with this, that are trying to say, that's a Tibetan cultural practice. No, bitch, it's not. When you stick your tongue out and you ask like a 9-year-old boy to suck it, he said, suck my tongue.
Oh my God.
And the boy went like this. He went to do it because for the last 5-10 minutes he's been groomed by this guy, and this guy's like, oh, I'm the Dalai Lama, sit on my lap, big, all of this, and then he's, stuck his tongue out and said, suck my tongue. And the kid's gone jerked forward to almost do it without thinking, like it's his parent or his, whatever. And it's like, well, hold on, I suck your tongue. So then he's thought for a minute, and then Dalai Lama's laughed like, ha ha ha. So everyone's seen that and actually been like, what the fuck? Suck your tongue? What are you asking this child to do? Bear in mind, he's at a podium and there's fucking, I don't know how many cameras at this man's head.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about people like this, and I just want to point out that certain people in power are not
fit for purpose. Look.
Almost, yeah, there you go.
Gestures.
Almost like
God.
See, and he goes to do it and he doesn't. Oh, I didn't see that bit. I actually didn't see that bit before. The kid actually goes forward and almost does it. So the way I'm seeing this video is there's no one else in the room. Do you get that vibe? No, there is tons of people in the room, but it's almost as if there isn't. Like they're alone.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's very inappropriate. I don't know who these children's parents are, but let's remember in third world countries, people do put their kids forward to pay the bills.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Very odd, very...
No.
See that no more.
No. This bastard pointed to his lips, kiss on the lips.
Yes. He's done Oh, that was the kiss on the lips part, the suck my tongue bits later. So let's just be real. Like, he's totally predating this child in front of everyone's faces. And I'm glad the West, like, not just the Western media, but the Asian media is like, this isn't normal. Don't you lot think that this is like what we do?
Something ain't right. Do you know what? My 2 pence that I could throw in there. No, that's highly offensive It's highly offensive and ageist. I keep on saying because I'm actually holding back, but I don't want to draw the association between old age, insanity, and paedophilia.
He's right on the money. He's on the ball. He's not old, senile, none of that. He's on it. he's what did I say? Compos mentis. Yeah.
So, if you're listening at home, just type in Dalai Lama news and you will see the clip for yourself, and the things that can be seen visually that I can't say verbally because it will be easily misconstrued as highly racist and offensive. The Dalai Lama is kissing what looks like a 7 to 10-year-old fellow Asian boy, but not an Asian boy from Tibet. Not that it makes a difference, but
like a Malaysian type ethnic strand.
That is not a Malaysian child. That is the equivalent of a sub-Saharan.
One of the darker, like, Asian boys, not the pale skin hand type.
Yes. So, well, does it come to you as a shock?
No.
Well, there you go. It doesn't come to me as a shock.
Not at all.
I don't know what the affliction is, but there seems to be a disproportionate gravitation towards little boys' booty holes.
I just don't get it. This is how, just like, do you know what? These things are so real. A lot of these people who are like, and they're peaceful and they're perfect and they're yoga sessions and they're doing Pilates and they're praying to Buddha. They're some of the meanest, nastiest, cruelest people I've ever met. Swear to the God. They are some of the nastiest people, and they seem to have this weird, like, split personality of peace and prosperity, and they're just so nasty and cruel. And I can't speak to specific people's belief systems, but I do feel like there's a thing when it comes to pacifism.
Yeah.
Well, pacifism is just sitting there and letting shit go on without any,
oh yeah,
they're just sitting there and just peacefully protesting. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that gonna do? Pray to if you're gonna pray, at least pray to something that works out. That will has a track record.
I genuinely have a gripe with pacifism.
Same.
Because pacifism will allow atrocities to occur based off of a principle of, I don't get involved.
Thank you. And even in the Bible, it talks about, like, if you stand around and let some stuff happen, then you're almost just as guilty as the sin yourself. Because, not that you have to be a policeman, but in the sense of something really morally corrupt is happening in your presence and it's something that you don't believe in, then why are you tolerating that type of thing? And it's not saying you got to beat someone up or whatever, but you can at least speak your mind to remove yourself from the situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But just from my experience, like, there's people who said they're so anti-violence, they're so against violence. Same people try to fight me. Do you know what I mean? So how are you anti-violence when you try to fight me, bitch? Which one is it? At least I say, if I'm going to smack you in the mouth, I'm going to hold back to the last point, but I'm going to smack you hard when it comes down to it. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect or Buddhist or none of that. It's like, I'm trying, I'm working on myself.
Personal development.
Personal development in Christ,
what I will say, word to the wise, Mr. Moveda is not adverse to violence. Not at all. I am incredibly patient.
Yeah.
Possibly have the patience of a saint, in metaphorical terms, of course. However, should anyone run my patience thin, it's fucking showtime.
Don't be there when I lose my shit, because I'm quite a cool person. You know what I mean? Like, quite a cool person, but it's the ones, with humans, do you not agree? If you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. So
Of course.
You know what I mean? And they almost they're so self-delusional. They'll tell themselves you're this, you're that, you're a pushover, not knowing that you're just being merciful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Just being merciful. Just seeing if they'll personally correct their own course away from, danger.
Call it unprofessional. But in this past 4 or 5 days, I had to warn someone in the friendliest way. Now, I do have a way with words. And I had to quote, this is so bad. Okay, if the gentleman's name comes back to me, I will say it. But anyone that's listening that has come across the quotes, I had to remind someone that as much as I'm not threatening them, I am a dangerous man. And it is my restraint and self-control that highlights the fact that I am a dangerous man. Now, be it that you want to play the long game, the short game, the politically correct game, whatever game it is you want to play, I am a dangerous man. Now, I had to warn them of that and say that my restraint, self-control, and pleasant and friendly demeanor is completely that of my intent and my will.
Courtesy.
It's courtesy. It isn't that, should it be necessary, I'm not going to say I'll take out the fucking jugular, mate. I'll fucking chill.
But it's not a solid state. Like, it's not a solid state. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can change. It takes one thing to cross a boundary or to go too far. And as soon as the person does, which is very highly also common, that people go, oh, I didn't know what I was doing, or like try and, run it back. And it's like, don't treat me. That's even more offensive.
Absolutely. That's a goddamn lie. Believe you me, if we have not gotten to fisticuffs, it is completely because of me steering it away from them.
And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that, people are so used to being passive in certain areas of the world that they literally don't know what to do and cannot fight up for themselves. And if so happens that a government or organisation oppresses them, that there's pretty much no battle in China. I mean, being Christian isn't tolerated, really. And I just, anyone listening to this, because we are in over 40 countries.
But not in the countries that ban free speech.
So,
get us on USB and sneak us into those countries.
It's like read books, guys. Listen to things that other people wouldn't listen to. Like, step out of the box and you'll find things that you will never believe, But that's me. That's my Vex segment.
What's the saying? Fiction is
stranger than truth.
Fiction is stranger than fact.
Fact is stranger than fiction.
Oh, fact is stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
Okay. So on my end, this is a fresh wound. I might update on this next week in my Vex segment, but who knows? Frankly, I've always said, I'll update, and the updates are far and few. I've suffered a blow this week, and this hit is a hit to my ego, and a hit to the performance of my team. Contraband was permitted into the workplace, and if there is anything that I despise with a passion, with the burning passion of the Christ, the burning passion of blood, the power of Christ compels you. It compels me to feel animated and feel pissed off and vexed. An item of contraband made it into the workplace, and it made it into the workplace in completely understandable circumstances. Now, the authorities that I answer to, in true fashion, in true directive fashion, said, what the fuck kind of rookie mistake is this? However, I have to defend my team, because it's my team that allows me and allows us and allows them to achieve what we achieved. Right. It is not easy managing
group effort.
As a group effort, it's not easy managing the one individual that we're managing over there. So just in case any of my team actually listens to this, because I know you will disregard me as some joke man, some big friendly, jolly joke man, and that's fine. But well done to you all. Your efforts are not unseen. I value you, and I see what you do. And I had a few conversations and know that the mental health of the team is greatly affected by the winch. The winch that we're working with. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. No problem.
Yeah, it's a difficult industry.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah. It's literally, you're dealing with people's nightmares.
I had a conversation recently with a professional that works quite closely with us who said, Mr. Moveda, you, and I put Mr. Moveda, it was first name basis. But Mr. Moveda, you're too knowledgeable and experienced to just be doing what you're doing based like this. Go and get a degree. And I took a deep sigh and I thought of the debt. In terms of student loan debts,
how much does it increase the money by? That's all that really matters. The responsibilities you can actually earn your way into. I've been saying this since I was like a teenager. You don't need like all the certificates in the world. You just need experience.
So what a degree will do is it will reduce the amount of working hours that I would have to do.
Mm-hmm.
It means that my pay per hour would increase.
Okay.
And permit me to work within the 9 to 5 scope of hours.
Right.
Whereas right now I'm working in the 24 hours.
Skeleton.
Yeah. I'm putting in quantity to have
and reaping,
Yeah. Whereas there'll be certain entitlements that I would get via a degree that I don't get now under the current qualification status.
Right. And how long would your studies take? And
3 goddamn years.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a prison stretch.
I put mine on pause for multiple reasons, but like 6 years I was looking at. And I was just like, oh my God, 6 years.
6 years.
It's enjoyable stuff and all of that, but at the same time, it's like,
for a 6 year stretch, you could rob a bank. Rob a bank.
Whole
and
life can change in that time.
Not produce the money, hide the money away, do your 6 years, come out and enjoy a rich lifestyle of the Hollywood kids.
Yeah, it's just like an exchange of time.
Yeah.
Because you can probably learn the same things in the same time on your own. However, no one's giving you that stamped certification, so it's difficult,
Absolutely. Other than that, I do have a second Vexxed segment.
Go ahead.
And again, it ties into work.
Okay.
Now, I do coin myself on finding a good balance between being approachable and being honest.
Mm-hmm.
The kickback that I found is that my honesty can at times be misconstrued as ignorance, arrogance, and being combative.
All at once.
All at once. And that's not the reality. The reality is that if I value you as a person, as a being, and I value your opinion, I won't lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
For me to lie to you, or even get close to being caught out in the lie, it means that I have no respect for you.
It means mind your business. That's a lie for me, is mind your business. That's the only reason I got to... Okay, let me not. Let me not.
Oh, you was going to put
so
your
let's
mouth
be
in.
real. So... I had to lie certain things growing up because I wasn't allowed to speak about certain things. So when you can't speak about certain things, people expect normal chunks of information from you as a human being and you can't give them.
Yeah.
You have to provide something.
Yeah.
So you have to do your thing.
You
have to lie. But it's a mind your business type shit for me. It wasn't like a purposeful deception or distraction or anything like that. It was, I'm not incriminating my lineage.
Yeah.
Or letting over things that no stranger could ever relate to, most likely, commonly, or be associated with, just to have quips about things that they never lived through.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know the black and white of things. They don't know how. So everyone's got their different thing. But for me, lying is like, mind your business, need to know basis. It's not like to get myself out of trouble, because I honestly don't care.
What trouble can you put a big man in?
What you putting me in?
Come on.
Come now.
So I received a complaint, and the complaint in essence is that I undermined someone's authority, and the authority of the person that I undermined is technically within the working infrastructure a subordinate of mine.
Oh, well then no one's even done nothing.
That's the same thought. That crossed my mind thinking, hang on a minute, am I not in a position, if I'm not in a position that is accepted and acknowledged to be a superior to the person that lodged this complaint? And the person that lodged this complaint, I felt emotionally triggered, personally triggered, in that I've shared life experiences with this person that would, it would compromise. It would compromise and jeopardize me.
See, you got to be careful about here.
I've exposed some vulnerabilities, meaning for this individual to go and complain to my superior when they have an absolutely open door to speak to me.
Yeah.
And when I recall when I recall things, I'm sure I explained that it's for the reason of policies and procedure, it's for the reasons of legislation, and it's for the reasons of I'm working according to code. Code of conduct. Practice.
You're doing by the book.
Yeah. And you've now gone behind me to complain and say you felt undermined. Why didn't you speak to me and tell me why you felt undermined? And I would have broken it down to you and said, listen,
and you see how they've undermined you now.
Yeah.
So they're claiming to be undermined, and yet they didn't come and approach you to speak about it. So they've undermined you. So that's a purposeful tactic of let me gaslight.
Absolutely. I was completely defensive when my superior said, oh, we need to have a chat and it needs to be about this and about that. Oh, and I just started listing. I said, well, there's this issue, there's that issue, there's this issue. And then ultimately, you can't resolve these things because it's reached a point where separation is the answer. It isn't something that can be remedied because there's a third factor in the whole convection of the shitstorm.
Right.
Now, fuck it. It's my day job. Yes, I do love the people that I work with, all of them.
Right.
Even my beloved troublemaker that is involved, just like me, involved in all of the gossip. I've got a mainline crack injection into the gossip and whatever else that happens within that environment. I accept and I acknowledge my responsibility to steer things to a constructive conclusion and constructive place.
Right.
However, it vexes me incredibly the fact that so many adults are living life completely in a complete state of not being able to exercise self-awareness, responsibility and duty to the causes that they commit to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have some sort of weight to you as a person. You got to have some morals, some levels, some care, and all that to even give a shit about what people think or like. But anyway, we have stuff to do, guys. So we are actually going to wrap it up here. Sorry if it's short again. But guys, Moveda, if you want to say goodbye, I'll wrap it up.
Goodbye.
You leave the room. You're due somewhere. Goodbye. But yes, guys, we are here. Listen to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, everywhere. I do have an announcement, or not an announcement, you guys kind of already know. So I have a music video that's coming out on the 21st of April, and it's going to be on Vivo. The Vivo version's coming out on Vivo. youtube.com/SaintOfficialVivo. Yes, the director's cut's coming in May, and that'll be on Prime Video, Tidal, Vivo, everywhere. So tune in to 24/7, the short film / music video, on Friday, the 21st of April, and we'll catch you soon.